Hello, I'm Nige.
I'm Anders. Welcome to the Beer Kit Review. Um, I'm handing over to Nige for this one for something that, well, tell them what we're doing. Go on.
Well, before that, it's not my usual studio. I'm on my holidays,
Yes.
but due to technical reasons, Anders like we couldn't record last week, and so I brought all my stuff I needed to do this record
Yeah,
because we miss our company online. We really do.
we do. Yeah, absolutely. And and content doesn't sleep. Content needs to be made. Yeah.
I
So
yeah. So anyway, it is. I even brought this on holiday with me. The box. It's a Muntons kit. It's my first Muntons kit. Well, Muntons own loads and loads of brands.
they do.
It's
Yeah.
the first branded kit. It's Muntons Flagship West Coast IPA,
Yeah.
and apparently it's hoppy, citrusy, and fruity.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we?
But I'll talk about the. It's a very exciting box. Usually, you see, to handle it.
Yeah,
Usually, we're
yeah,
trying
yeah,
to
yeah,
open
yeah.
it, everything breaks the whole back. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, oh, that's
That good.
lovely.
The instructions are amazing.
Are they?
Oh, it's that nice, easy to follow.
That's beautiful.
Oh, it was a joy to make up.
Can I ask, are those instructions specific to that beer, or is it kind of specific
Generic
to that
one.
range?
No, it's for the flagship range. I think there's three or four of
Right,
them.
okay,
Oh,
that's fine.
yeah.
No, but that's good. That's good
One, two, three, four, five.
because I
There's
do
five.
find that,
There's five in the flagship range.
yeah, because I do find that some of the instructions that you get are they're often simple to follow, but they're not always easy to read. In as much as it's a whole load of information squeezed into
Yeah.
one sheet of A4.
Yeah. I knew what I was doing anyway. But
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's a, you've got to read the instruction. It was a 20-litre kit, and
Was it
that could have been a schoolboy error right at the start.
3 liters? Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll tell you what. Shall I? Shall I?
Here, come on. Yes, let's
Shall
get
I?
it into the
Yeah.
glass.
Okay. So beer cam
I've
is.
been hammering through this batch, Anders.
Oh, have you? Well done.
Yes.
Right. So here we go. This is my first month. Have we ever had a Muntons at one of the beer kit festivals or not?
Yeah, Mark's done quite a few of them. But I mean, I have done Muntons kits, Muntons made kits. Off the top of my head, oh, what do I call it? St. Peter's kits. They're all brewed by Muntons,
Oh, they're
made by
Muntons as
Muntons.
well, are they? Okay.
Uh, well, obviously, St. Peter's subcontract them to make the kits.
Yeah.
Also, the Courage, Best Bitter. I think that's Muntons. They
There
own
we are.
some quite. They own quite a few brands.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, it looks a lot darker on the screen than it is. It's a hazy,
It is hazy. Yeah.
yeah, glorious aroma.
Lovely aroma.
It's got a lovely thick, creamy head on the top, which is
Yes, it has. I noticed that as I was pouring it there, it's quite feisty. There's quite a
mhm.
little bit of carby going on.
Yeah. On the whole, it's quite small bubbles in there though.
Yeah. Hey,
Sweet.
let's go in. Chin chin.
Cheers.
That is refreshing. Okay, so that does have a creamy hit at the end there.
Hmm.
Um, right, I say what happened. I had one of my own home brews just before we started this,
Yeah.
and I was ever so disappointed because it wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be.
Was it not
This has
quite ready
lifted my
yet?
spirits a little bit.
Super.
So, yeah, this is very. What am I getting? I'm getting fruit.
Yeah, I get stone fruits to start with. Just a little bit, oh, peach or melon, or
Yes, and I'm trying
but
to
then it
get.
gives way to, but that gets overtaken by the grapefruit bitterness on the
Yes,
back end.
yeah. There is something else in there, and I want to say apple, but I don't think it's apple.
No, it's got a bit of an aftertaste that reminds me of the Young's American IPA.
Yeah, get that. What percentage is this? I'm trying to work out how
It
good it is.
says they reckon it's 7.5%.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's that good? Bloody hell!
I reckon I had problems with the brewing.
Oh, okay.
It was when I was having problems with my tilt. So my
Ah,
readings I don't think are that accurate.
right.
Also, it came with the yeast that came with it is Fermentus Safe L05.
Okay.
So it was actually the little proper, wasn't just a silver packet.
Mm-hmm.
So I was quite impressed with that because that's the yeast I use a lot of my grain brewing.
Yeah.
But I've never known the yeast to be so thick on top of the brew ever. It, it and that affected the tilt reading because it was like an iceberg of yeast on top. It was just solid.
Okay. All right. Okay,
Uh,
that's interesting.
uh, but it got 16 days in the fermenter, including
Okay. So
it,
quite
it
a,
grew fairly quickly. Uh, but that thick crust of yeast just stayed on top. But I cold crashed. I put it in the fridge, my beer fridge, for 48 hours, and that yeast just sunk to the bottom. So it was a lot. Yeah, it's
okay.
bottling.
I think it's lovely. I think it's got a really nice lightness to it,
Yeah, it's too
and
drinkable.
it is
Uh,
very drinkable. I'm halfway through it. I've done nearly half a pint in a couple of sips.
oh, I see what you mean about the apple.
There is something in there about that, isn't there? But it's not. It's
No, I know what you mean, but it's not. But it definitely is fruity. Uh,
yes,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm actually quite impressed with this. Uh,
yeah. Muntons is a company I've stayed away from, because I'm a because I'm like
well, I
that.
just it reminds me of old-fashioned homebrew kits, and that's what.
Yeah, and it's the name as well, Muntons.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
I've
like it, but
this. This is in direct competition to your Young's American IPA and your
yeah,
Bulldog Brews Evil Dog.
yeah,
I reckon I'd say that's the two biggest competitors, well-known competitors. There's some,
that's going to be interesting because right, I have. It's been so long since I've done Evil Dog. I can't remember what it tastes like.
yeah, it's been a year since my last batch of Evil Dog.
Okay.
I don't think I'll be doing one this year. Uh, but yeah, anytime I've got an American IPA in the shed,
Hmm.
it always goes quickly. Uh,
Yeah.
I just like that style of beer. I like that. That was my. It was punk IPA. That game changer for me with beer. And so brewing things like this, I
Hmm.
really enjoy. This was a top end kit though. It's costing. I can't remember how much it was. About 30 quid or just under, or something like that.
Was it? Okay. Um,
Uh, I think it's worth it. It got loads of hops with it to dry hop it, and I, I kept the packets just so I could remember. We have 30 grams of Columbus,
okay.
30 grams of Summit,
Yeah.
and 30 grams Chinook.
I have to
Well, hop.
say, that is, I've just had a quick look online at Muntons, the flagship. Is it the American Pale Ale?
No, it's the American. It's the
Hazy,
American West Coast IPA.
West Coast IPA. Okay.
And again, you get everything with the kit. You get your malts and
Yeah,
your.
that's the most expensive beers I've seen.
I
You're
know it's
talking,
unlike me.
that's unlike you. It's just shy of 32 quid,
Yeah,
which is, yeah, I mean, the Bulldog brews aren't much less than that, but they are less than that. But
I know.
interesting.
Everything's going up in price though. Everything
Yeah, yeah.
is drifting north. Uh, I was last July. I was. This is where are we now? April. Last July, I was talking to the owner of Hobson's Brewery up in Shropshire,
Okay.
and he was telling me, he was chatting about my home brew and lovely long chat. But he was saying that because he asked me where I bought my grains and things from my
Hmm.
uh, grain brews. And I said, oh, the malt miller. And he said, oh, he buys some stuff from there as well because it's specialist stuff. But he says that his grain bill had more than doubled in the last 3 years, 2 years.
Really?
It's yeah. So the industry is absorbing a huge amount of the costs at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I've just gone in and had a look because some of the Bulldog Brew stuff is still at about 27 quid. But you are, yeah, the place I go to for my normal thing, that prices of Evil Dog have gone up and Bad Cat have gone up to about 32.40. So,
Yeah, well, so it's in
mm,
line with that
yeah.
top end. I would recommend it. I really would. I'd like to see what this is like up against the Young's IPA, the American IPA.
Yeah, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
I think they're quite similar. There's definitely a similarity between the two. Uh, this might be 1% better though.
It might well be. Oh, good God. I just had a look at the Bulldog Brews thing and just seen that ruddy Easter chocolate stout.
Oh, you had to get it in. You
I
had
did.
to.
Awful. Although somebody said they did brewed it, a friend of theirs had brewed it and said it came out great.
I don't believe them.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what to
it,
think.
it wasn't my style of beer anyway. But I've had chocolate stouts in the past,
Hmm.
or stouts, and I've not enjoyed them. So it was not really onto a winner right from the start.
No.
I'm definitely going to try more Muntons kits now. Definitely.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I've never done one. It's about time that I freed myself from the shackles, but I've just got too much to do. My next one I've been meaning to start this week, but I haven't got around to doing it yet. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's controversial, though.
Controversial.
Yeah. Is it beer?
Is what?
Is it beer?
Oh, I know what
Mm,
you're going to do.
yeah. Um,
But the summer is coming.
so it's coming. It's going to go down my gullet, much as like a summery baked beer would do. So, you know. Anyway, all will be revealed at some point soon, I dare say. Um, I think we'll draw close to it there, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah. I've almost finished this. It's gone down stupidly quickly and easy.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's
I,
why I'm
I,
drawing a close to it things now. I'm starting to feel like I'm walking through treacle. It's just talking is becoming
yeah,
tricky.
I thoroughly recommend that kit. Uh,
Yeah, really nice,
you like your
really
American
nice kit.
IPAs? Yeah, it was 16 days from start to finish in the fermenter. And I was drinking it within 2 weeks and it was tasting fantastic, much like it is
Blimey.
now. It's been, 6 weeks now in the bottle.
Okay.
And you want to drink these type of these beers quite quickly because you get the hop hit. The hop hit starts to, yeah,
So yeah, that'll deteriorate after time, won't it?
yeah.
Indeed. Right. Okay. There we go. So I think it's a thumbs up for this one.
Oh,
Certainly for me,
definitely.
anyway. Um, Thank you for watching. Um, we'll have another one for you soon, I dare say. Until then, thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye.